Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Lately I've been on this trend on taking your favorite snack cakes and cookies and turning them into keto versions. And so today we're going to continue with that trend, and I'm going to show you how to make keto friendly moon pies. And for those of you who don't know what a moon pie is, it is basically 2 cookies or graham cracker cookies with marshmallow cream filling dipped in either a chocolate or a vanilla coating. They are very, very good, and this recipe for a keto version is very, very easy. And if you want a printable version of this, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciousLowCarbKitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some Amazon affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those Amazon affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and will help to support the channel. So, when you want to buy anything on Amazon, make sure you remember me, use my affiliate link, and a small portion of your purchase will go to help support the channel. And while you do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Line 2 large baking sheets with parchment paper. In a large mixer bowl, combine 1 cup of coconut flour, 1 cup golden monk fruit sweetener or brown sugar sweetener of your choice, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sift or whisk these all together until there are no lumps in the dry ingredients. Add 2 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature so that your batter will be smooth. Beat on low about 10 seconds or just until the dry ingredients are moist. Then increase your speed to medium-low and beat on medium-low for about 30 seconds or until everything is fully combined and you have a slightly crumbly mixture. Add 3/4 cup of room temperature butter that is slightly softened. Make sure it's just softened, not melted. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Beat on low again for another 10 seconds or just until the butter is starting to break up and being combined with the other ingredients. Then increase the speed to medium and beat on medium for another 30 seconds or until everything is fully combined and you have a smooth dough. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push all the dough to the center of the bowl. Form the dough into a ball and massage it for about 30 seconds just to make sure of the texture. The dough should be soft and smooth and not crumbly. If it is crumbly, then you need to add just a little bit of room temperature milk so that the dough has enough moisture in it. After you've gotten the texture right and it's nice and smooth, then shape the dough back into a smooth ball and place it back into your mixer bowl. Then place it in the refrigerator and let it chill for about 5 minutes. This just helps the dough to firm up a little bit so that after your cookies are baked, they won't get soggy after you put the filling and the chocolate coating on them. So you do want to let it chill for just a few minutes. After the dough is chilled for 5 minutes, remove it from the refrigerator and massage it in your hands for just a few more seconds. Again, this is just to test out the texture. It should still be soft and smooth and should not be crumbling. If it's crumbling, that means that your coconut flour absorbed a little bit too much moisture and you just need to add a little bit of room temperature milk to it. Everybody's coconut flour is different depending on brand. Some brands are more dense than others and so absorb more moisture than others. After you've massaged the dough and it's nice and soft and smooth, then scoop the dough out 1 tablespoon at a time onto your prepared baking sheets. Roll each dough scoop into a smooth ball. Then press each dough ball into a round cookie shape that is the desired size and thickness that you are wanting your cookies. These cookies do not rise or spread, so whatever shape and whatever thickness that you press the cookies out to, that's pretty much what they're going to look like once they are baked. So press them out to whatever size you want. You also, if you prefer to, can just roll the dough out and use cookie cutters so that you have more uniform shaped cookies. Also remember that you're going to be stacking 2 cookies, so you do not want to make these super thick. And you are also wanting them to be crispy once they are baked and cooled. So you don't want to make them too thick. Once the cookies are all shaped, place them in your preheated oven and bake at 375 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes or until the cookies are golden. Once the cookies are baked, remove them from the oven. They still will be soft, but they will firm up as they cool. Allow them to cool on the pan for about 15 minutes or until they are firm enough to transfer to a wire rack without them falling apart. After they've cooled on the pan for 15 minutes, transfer them to a wire rack and allow them to cool completely before putting the filling on them. Now they still will be a little bit soft, but as they cool on the wire rack, they will crisp up nicely. So you'll have a nice crispy cookie. While the cookies are cooling on the wire rack, we're going to make a quick marshmallow cream filling. In a large mixer bowl, place 1/4 cup of warm water. Make sure it is warm water. Then sprinkle in 1 tablespoon of gelatin powder. Use a fork and stir these all together until the gelatin powder is fully dissolved. Make sure it is fully dissolved. You do not want any gelatin flakes in the water. Then set it aside for a little bit. In a medium saucepan over medium heat, combine 1/4 cup of water, 1 cup of powdered monk fruit allulose blend, and 1/8 teaspoon salt. Whisk these all together until they're fully combined, then keep whisking it constantly over medium heat until the mixture has almost come to a low boil and the sweetener is fully dissolved. Now, if you don't have the powdered monk fruit allulose blend, you can use the powdered monk fruit erythritol blend or powdered swerve, but your marshmallow cream filling will turn out a slightly different texture. It will still resemble marshmallow cream, but it will not be as fluffy and as creamy as when you use the monk fruit allulose blend. I've talked before in my tag-along cookie video about how the monk fruit allulose blend, the allulose makes a huge difference when you are wanting a smooth filling. And especially in this case, it's going to be a marshmallow type filling. So it makes a huge difference in how smooth and how fluffy the marshmallow cream turns out. Also, the allulose that's in the monk fruit helps where the marshmallow cream does not crystallize after it has set in the refrigerator. Whereas the monk fruit erythritol blend, once it's sitting in the refrigerator, you run the risk of the marshmallow cream crystallizing slightly. Once the mixture is almost to a low boil and the sweetener is fully dissolved, you should have just a clear, slightly sticky mixture in your pan. It's going to look almost just like water, but it will have a slight sticky feel to it. Turn the heat off and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Be careful because it will bubble up slightly. Give it a quick stir just to combine the vanilla extract. Then carefully pour the hot mixture into your mixer bowl that has the gelatin. The gelatin should be pretty much solid, have that jelly form, and when you pour the hot mixture in it, it will basically melt the gelatin, and you want that. That's what's going to create that sticky marshmallow cream feel to your mixture. Be careful when you pour it. This mixture will be very, very hot. Beat on low for about 10 to 15 seconds or just until the gelatin starts becoming fully combined with the water sweetener mix. Then increase your speed to high and beat on high for 15 minutes or until the mixture is thick and has basically doubled in the amount of volume that's in the bowl. It's going to be thick and white and sticky and just about doubled in the amount of volume. Once it's done mixing, scrape down the sides of the bowl and push all the marshmallow cream filling to the center of the bowl. It should be nice and fluffy and feel and taste like marshmallow cream. It tastes really, really good, especially if you use the allulose blend because it will not have an aftertaste at all. The monk fruit erythritol, if you're used to using it like I am, when you eat something that has been sweetened with that, it tastes really good, but it still has that cooling effect. You do not get that with the powdered monk fruit allulose blend. It tastes just like traditional powdered sugar. But even if you do use the monk fruit erythritol blend or the powdered swerve, this still should look and feel and taste like marshmallow cream. Take half of your cooled cookies and turn them upside down so the flat side is on top. Then spoon 1 to 2 tablespoons of the filling into the center of each one of the upside down cookies. I use 2 tablespoons because I like a good amount of filling, but the amount of filling that you want is up to you. Once you've put your filling on, take a plain cookie and place it on top of the filling and very gently press down just so that the filling spreads across the entire flat part of the cookie. Be careful not to squeeze it too much because it will ooze right out of the sides. The marshmallow cream is very soft and fluffy, so it will ooze right out of the sides, which isn't a big deal if you just take a butter knife and slightly scrape any extra filling that might have oozed out of your cookie. Now this marshmallow cream does make a lot, so if you're not wanting any leftovers, you can cut the marshmallow cream filling recipe in half. I like to make a lot because I like to have leftovers and then use them in either another recipe that calls for marshmallow cream or put them on some keto graham crackers or use it any way you would traditional marshmallow cream. If you do use the full recipe and have leftovers, then store the rest in an airtight container. I just use a mason jar in the refrigerator for up to 1 week. And again, if you have used the erythritol-based powdered sweetener, this may crystallize a little bit in your refrigerator. If it does, just use a fork and stir it up until the crystals dissolve. If it seems like the crystals aren't dissolving, you can put it in the microwave for just a couple seconds, just enough to make the crystals dissolve. You do not want to rewarm it too much because the marshmallow cream will melt, which is great if you're putting it on a s'more or something like that, but not if you're wanting to use it as actual marshmallow cream. Once your cookies have all been assembled with the filling and the top cookie, then place them on a lined baking sheet and place them in the freezer for about 15 minutes or until the cookies and the marshmallow cream have sealed together well and are slightly firm. We are not trying to freeze these until they are frozen. We are simply trying to firm them enough so that when we go to coat them in the chocolate, they don't fall apart on us. So about 15 minutes was perfect for me. So you're just looking for them to be firm, not floppy anymore. Now, just before you're ready to remove your cookies from the freezer, we're going to make the chocolate coating. Place 2 cups of keto chocolate chips in a wide microwave-safe bowl and add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Then microwave on high in 15-second intervals until the chocolate chips are fully melted. Make sure you stir the chocolate chips and the coconut oil around after each 15-second interval so that the chocolate does not burn. Now I'm doing half of these in white chocolate chips. So I put 1 cup of milk chocolate chips and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil in one bowl and 1 cup of white chocolate chips and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil in another bowl. Once the chocolate chips are fully melted, use a fork and stir the chocolate and coconut oil all together to make sure that it is fully combined and smooth. Place the cookie sandwiches one at a time into the chocolate coating and use a spoon to pour the chocolate over the top of the cookies. Allow the extra chocolate to run down the sides, and if needed, scoop up some more chocolate so that the sides get coated completely with the chocolate too. You want the entire cookie and marshmallow cream filling to be completely coated with the chocolate. Then once they're coated, use 2 forks and gently lift the coated cookie sandwich out of the chocolate mixture and allow any extra chocolate just to drip back into the bowl. Then place it onto a lined baking sheet until all the cookie sandwiches are fully coated with the chocolate. Once all the cookies are on a lined baking sheet, place them in the freezer again and freeze them for about 15 minutes or until the chocolate is solid. Once the chocolate is solid, remove the moon pies from your freezer or refrigerator. Place them on a serving tray of your choice. If you do have leftovers, store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. Eat and enjoy. And that's a recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.